What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about SoFi. I want to go over some expectations for this upcoming week, what might cause some volatility in the stock price, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, as far as data points, on Monday it's going to be relatively quiet, so not all that much coming out. Tuesday you have retail sales. Wednesday you have the dreaded interest rate decision. So I think in reality you will have that 25 basis point cut because there is a 96% likelihood of that occurring, but I think it's already been factored into the stock price. So I think that for face value won't really move it. What is stated afterwards, that on the other hand will really move the market, especially what was stated I think either on Thursday or Friday, how there potentially could be 3 rate cuts in 2025. So Powell will have the power to really kind of have a good success or not. All depends on how he does phrase things. And so that is going to be coming out, like I said, on Wednesday. You also have GDP on Thursday, and then the dreaded PCE on Friday. So pretty much everything that I mentioned has the ability to really move the broader market, and obviously through that SoFi, but nothing specific to SoFi planned for this week. So no fireside chats, nothing like that. So in my opinion, it's just going to be just SoFi's technicals as well as the broader data, but I think that could actually work out very, very positive for SoFi. But going into this upcoming week, 12.49% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 133.09 million shares overall are being shorted. Utilization is 18.67. So assuming the data points go according to plan, I feel shorts will continue to return shares up until roughly between that 10 to 11% range. I've been stating that time and time again ever since it was even I think like 16%. So most likely that'll be a good thing, because by shorts returning shares, that essentially does add buying pressure. So again, that's could really stand to help SoFi just get above key resistance levels. So I'll go over that in a second. But regarding options, so looking at the open interest, given where SoFi did close, you have roughly, I think it was like, what was it, like 30,000 in the money options. So you'll see maybe a nice little bump up first thing on Monday. I think there was a lot of transactions that was done after hours on Friday, so that could possibly be market makers covering some of those shares already. So again, especially 52.9 million, 1.7, so a lot of that big transactions could be covering those options. But looking at the open interest for this upcoming week, you have 24,000 at that 16, 8,000 at that 1650, and then 29,000 at that 17. So it's not the same scenario as when it was like at 7, where kind of shorts had all the power. They were able to really manipulate it below these strike prices. But let's say come this Friday, if it is close to one of these points, just kind of, it's good to take note of. But again, with good data, I just feel that it'll be well above all these points. That's just my own opinion, of course. And then just to give you a quick overview, this is the call options that was purchased on Friday. So going into this upcoming week, you see a consensus for it to be between that 18 and 1850. So pretty good stuff in that regard. With it at 16.25, it is trading between this R1 and the pivot. 1650 will be that key resistance level, the first level, and then aside from that, 1691 and then 1757. So options activity, the bulls are anticipating for it to be above that R3, so pretty good stuff for that. Flip side, 1583 and then 1515 are going to be the following support levels. We do know that this S1, so the 1515, has been tested a couple times and has bounced off of that in the last week. So you do know that's kind of good, very good support levels. So once again, just kind of take note of all of that. But I think the sentiment going into this upcoming week is very optimistic and bullish. And just to give you a quick overview of the actual chart itself, so it is above the ALMA right now, above all the key pivotal moving averages, because what has happened over the last little bit and the consolidation, it actually did reset SoFi's technicals, so it is still arguably considered oversold. So as crazy as that sounds, even moving over to the 1 month right now, you saw some level of hesitation right here, kind of showing that the market wanted to consolidate. But as of the last couple trading days, SoFi is looking a-okay. And once again, as I've stated quite a few times, the data points that have been coming out have been all showing that the economy is very, very strong. So there is no real like emergency data or anything like that that could really prompt a significant pullback. Even if PCE comes in a little bit negative, or possibly even GDP. I think GDP, especially the forecast right now, 2.8, I think just generally that was anticipated. So I think overall, like I said, this week should be very, very good. Whether you get to that $18 range now or possibly in the next couple of weeks, I think in reality it will ultimately close between these 2 points, so this R3 and this R2. That's just how I see things, factoring in some consolidation. Possibly one of the data points that is coming out this week could be a miss, but like I said, I think just generally SoFi is moving in the right direction, and the FOMO has somewhat subsided. You can also tell that based on here, just the big money during the actual trading day has really slowed down. So yeah, I think right now it's just a very good time. People are just kind of chilling out before the holiday season and all the other fun jazz. So hopefully everyone's having an amazing weekend thus far. Throw your price predictions in the comments below. Where do you see SoFi going for this week, or potentially leading into their upcoming earnings? So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And then one final thing I just wanted to share with you. I did launch a Patreon roughly around 1 month ago, where I give buy signals, stocks, options, and crypto. So definitely pop over there to take a look. Plus, I do have a section where I'm kind of going over options. So as far as trending stuff, so I go over the ticker, contracts, and stuff like that. So if you are looking to kind of follow what big money is doing, definitely pop over there to take a look, because I did sort it for any transaction, single transaction over 20 million. So we're not talking about kind of Joe Blow down the street. We're talking about big money, and they're placing some pretty bullish bets on where, for instance, Broadcom, Tesla, and whatever else is going to go to. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And with all that said, appreciate all of you watching.